Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today we're going to talk about Commandos 2 HD Remaster and how this game is a complete and utter disappointment. If you don't know, I am a huge fan of the Commandos series. I've played all the games. I've completed the second one and the third one without cheating. The first two, not so much. I've also played the first person shooter that they made. And I was excited when this got announced at the end of last year that they were going to bring out Commandos 2 HD Remaster. Commandos 3 is actually my favourite one, but the second one is also really good. And from these screenshots, you know, like looking at it, when I was looking at it originally, I was like, yeah, this is awesome. Look, it looks high res, and like even if we look here, you can see where the wipes over it, and it is a lot higher quality models and things like that. But just to be honest, I bought this game, I played it for 30 minutes, and I refunded it because this game at £14 is too much. This game, in its current state, is worth about £5 in my opinion. That's how frustrating and disappointed I am with this game. Now I know the developers have said they're coming out to patch it, but it's too late. In my opinion, they put the game out too early. It's full of bugs. It's full of it just doesn't feel like a good remaster. It feels lazy, and it's like I loaded up the game. The UI still looks old. Let's get some of these pictures here. The UI here still looks fairly old. The videos between the cutscenes between the missions were running at about 1 or 2 frames a second for me. The game felt slow. It felt sluggish. The frame rate wasn't particularly great. When you were like hovering, using the mouse to like put stuff in your inventory, that didn't even work properly. I had audio glitches. The pictures of their faces in the corners, like these look worse. They don't feel like they've been updated correctly. I mean, it was just an absolute mess when I played it. Like, it's alright, the game looking better, but it literally doesn't feel like it's been a day since I played it when I originally played it, and that just isn't good enough for a remaster, and I think the developers know that, and we'll get to an article in a minute, but I want to show you some of the reviews, because I agree with pretty much everything that's being said here. This guy, pros, some textures look nicer than the original. That's true. Cons, stuttering, yep, we can count with that. Constant FPS dropping, yep, encountered that. Cursor disappearing in buildings, didn't encounter that. Don't think I played it long enough for that to happen. Inventory completely messed up, interaction out of place, yep, had that one. Some textures need more work. Enemy models glitching out in some places, I did have that. Quest book not registering tasks, I didn't have that one. Items and skills disappearing, users on the enemies disappeared, hotkey worked. Missing co-op, censorship of symbols, though this doesn't affect the gameplay. Yeah, so this game, they took out a lot of all the Nazi representation, which I understand, but if you're going to make a World War II game, I'm kind of a bit confused about that. But the co-op part I forgot about completely, but yes, you can play the original in co-op. The game's a mess. The game, literally, you're better off, like, it still works. It's like a functional remaster, but it's not a good remaster. I've got the original game. I'm going to go and play the original game, because I know that, one, I've already got it. 2, at least I'm playing the game in its original state. I'm not paying £15 for a game that clearly hasn't had any love or effort in it. And whether they come out and say all this stuff, it's not good enough. Like, this is the problem with remasters in general. We have companies going, oh, so let's make a quick buck. Let's up-res the game. No, you've got to make quality of life improvements, and this doesn't have those, or at least it doesn't feel like it has those. You know, I will look at this game again. I can't even show you gameplay, because I was so pissed off that I refunded the game after 30 minutes of playing it. It's not acceptable. I mean, obviously I'm discussing this with you guys now because I'm obviously frustrated about it, because this is a series that I love. It's a hard series that I love. And I wish that we had new games coming out for this series, and I wanted this to be good and do well, so that whoever owns the license now would make a new one. Because I want to play a new one. Excuse me as well, I'm also ill, so apologies about the coughing. But look, great game, bad HD remaster, bugs, overall censorship. We've got people up here, bugs found at every stage, much worse than the original, full of bugs. Do not buy this, don't waste your money. Great, I was looking for this, huge disappointment, definitely not worth the price. Bugs everywhere, feel like the devs increased resolution and messed up everything else. yeah, I agree with this. This is an example of how a remaster should not look like. It is super disappointing. There is on Rock Paper Shotgun a article about a patch coming to fix these things specifically. General bug fixing and further game improvements based on all feedback, general performance improvements and optimizations, zooming out levels, minimap navigation. Right? I can understand them patching in the zooming out and the minimap, right? That's fine. General performance improvements and optimizations should have been in the fucking start of this game. Excuse me that I'm a bit annoyed about it, because I am seriously sick of these games coming out that are meant to be remasters that are just lazy. And whether that, you know, this is being too harsh on them. This is a game franchise that I very much enjoy, and luckily I can still play all the original games with no issues. But this should not have been a fucking issue. They should have had this game in a much better state. I know that you have deadlines with companies. Just delay it. You could have delayed it a couple months and made the game better and had a better launch. The fact is now you put a sour taste in most people's mouths. If you don't go back and patch this game, and some, people are still never going to trust you to do it. I think it's I can't remember who the developer was. Somewhere in here it says about it, but Calypso Media and Yippee Entertainment. I'm guessing Yippee are the ones who made it. I've never even heard of Yippee before. Like, I've heard of Calypso, and I'm not a company I specifically buy games for, but if these are the people in charge of it, I'm going to keep an eye on them, because if they get any more classic games and they're doing like remasters, worth keeping an eye on them, because clearly they can't be trusted to put out a decent performing game of a game that is like, I don't know, at this point it's probably like 10 years old. I'm not entirely sure when the Commandos 2 came out. In fact, let's have a look when Commandos 2 came out, because it can't be $3.99 you can get the original one, right? Does it look that worse? No. So Calypso own for it at the moment. But the game came out 2002? It's fucking years old. It should not be running like arse on a modern system. Look at this. This doesn't even look bad. Why waste your money for 15 quid when you can just get the original and it works fine? Like, it's so frustrating. Like, all the Commandos games here, right? 2 and 3, really good games. Beyond Enemy Lines and Beyond Call of Duty, very hard games. But this is not, it's not like me to really get like this like angry about something, but I'm generally disappointed that a series that I like this much is being handled so poorly. And now I know how other people feel when they get other games like HD remasters that come out and they're just awful. Yeah, very frustrating. I am going to be keeping an eye on this. I'm going to keep an eye on when the game gets patched, and if I'm, you know, I may consider buying it again, but not until I've seen other people play it and review it and say if it's got any better. Because of right now, I do not want to give this company any more money. Like, if they say they're going to make it like an HD remaster of the third one, I'm going to keep it a much closer eye anyway, because that's my favourite one in the series. Yeah. Not very happy, very disappointed. And it's just come out and it's unacceptable, and I'm glad that people on the forums here have called them out on it and said this is not acceptable, this is very disappointing, because you can't release, even if it is just a quick cash grab, which, you know, that might not be their intention, you can't release a game like this in the state. It's just not good enough. So that's going to do it for me today then, guys. Like I said, I'm a little bit ill at the moment. I apologise that this video is probably quite short. But thank you very much for watching anyway. If you like the video, hit like. If you want to see more of this content, hit subscribe. And obviously comment down below if not only if this is a series that you like, or if you've played the HD remaster, let me know. So you might have a different opinion on it. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you then.